Hello, everybody. My name is Amber, and you're watching In Conversation with ATF. Well, I mean, as Neil said in the intro, you know what? Should I just reuse the intro from the one that you did for the first part, or do you want to re-record it?
Whatever you want to do, it's your show.
Go on then. I don't know. It depends. Maybe an upgraded intro. I don't know.
Uh,
Hi all, Amber here. Welcome back to In Conversation with ATF. I forgot how to do my own intro there. It is so hot right now. I've had to put a fan on my desk because it is at least 28 degrees. It is that hot. But never mind the weather. We're here today to celebrate a wonderful man. Now, he's coming to TF Nation, for those of you who were wondering, next month, actually, and that's at the Hilton Birmingham Metropole, and it is a doozy. You're
mhm.
going to love it if you decide to go, because okay, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. But my guest, right, he has voiced so many characters, including Hawkmon for the Digimon franchise, Captain Yamamoto in Bleach, Optimus Prime and Rotor in Robots in Disguise, the Transformers 2001 series, Madara Uchiha for the Naruto franchise, Emperor Zarkon in Voltron Legendary Defender, Sheriff D. Longarm in Wacky Races, Drekar in Omega Strikers, Aku, Johnny Bravo, and Grim from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy in Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion, Craven the Hunter in Spider-Man 3 the video game, the Goblin and Norman Osborn in Spider-Man Battle for New York. He was the narrator for Power Rangers Time Force. He was the voice of Longhaul for the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen video game. He was was he? Was he not?
I was not the narrator for
Oh.
Time Force. I voiced Bluto in Time Force.
Ooh, my
So
mistake. Because behind the voices.
I might have introed one episode. I think
That's
we all
probably why they
did.
got the narration credit from. I do
Yeah,
apologize. That's like
yeah.
most of
Well,
my
they're
stuff.
pretty good, and like I said, I probably did. Previously on Power Rangers Time Force, I may have said that, but my main character was
Probably.
Gluto, and we've got to give him credit.
Let's
So,
change. Okay, let's change that. He was Gluto in Transform Power Rangers Time Force. He was
right.
Longhaul in the Revenge of the Fallen video game. Gorilla Grodd in Justice League Heroes. Vigeland Garling, I believe I pronounced his name right, in the One Piece
That's
series.
yet to come. That's yet to come.
Ooh, it's that soon to come. I only saw that from Wikipedia. I hope there's no NDAs or something like that. But he's
No,
in
no, they announced it and
upcoming.
confirmed it. So,
Okay. He's
yeah.
gonna be in One Piece. He's gonna be in One Piece. And well, his other credits include Star Wars Visions, Binocular, Big Bad Beetleborgs, Ask the Storybots, The Last of Us, Mars Express, Mobile Suit Gundam, Seed Freedom, Attack on Titan, the final season, Robot Chicken, Higgledy Town Heroes. Apparently, that would actually quite surprise me. And to quote TF Wiki, he's a bloody nice guy. Mr. Kneecap himself is back 3 years later. Neil Kaplan, hello. Hi.
Hello, Amber. It's lovely to
Hi.
be here. Thank you for
You're
your
welcome.
lovely dialect. I love it. It makes me feel right at home. So,
Yeah,
ready whenever you are,
I
love.
am obviously dressed for the occasion, as you can probably tell. I mean, it's
Well,
Optimus. It's
look, I'm wearing from Justice League Heroes. Okay,
way,
my Justice League
yay,
Heroes shirt to celebrate the
yeah,
return of Superman.
yeah, awesome. Did you
Yeah.
see? There's a super Loungefly releasing a Superman backpack. It looks so cool. I'm not sure if you know what Loungefly are. They make all these like they've done a
Yeah,
good
oh yeah,
few.
no, I know what
I have a
Loungefly
few
is.
Loungeflies. Yeah,
I
I.
got my wife a Beatles lounge fly
Oh
backpack.
yes.
Yeah.
Which one is it? And I know they released one which is like the
I
one that's like all you need is love.
want to say I wanted to get her the Sergeant Pepper drum, but she said
Yeah.
no thank you. I got her the one and that was plenty. But trying to remember, I think it was Let It Be. I think it was
Yeah,
the
I
Let
think
It
it,
Be bag.
yeah, they've done multiple ones. I like the All You
Oh
Need Is
yeah.
Love one they just did recently. That was really
Yep.
good. But yeah, Neil, it's been over 3 years. I mean, yeah, it has been over 3 years because we first spoke early 2022, and I was sick with COVID and I felt horrible, but I am all better now, and I can be as loud as I want because it is 10 o'clock at night and not in the morning. So yeah, 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 yeah. So of course, well, one of the prime reasons, get it funny. One of the prime reasons I asked you back on my show was mainly because I do this with all people who are coming this year.
Yep.
You're coming to TF Nation in a
Yeah.
month's time. Speaking of
Yep.
which, So,
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know, TF Nation
Actually,
is
actually, just a little bit less than a month,
a little bit
eh?
less. Yeah, I was gonna say because it's one, two,
Yeah.
three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, I would say I think it's the. I could be wrong. I always get this wrong. It's either the 8th to the 10th or the 9th to the 11th. I think it is the 8th to the 10th of August,
Yeah.
and it's at the Hilton Birmingham Metropole, which is near the National Exhibition Centre, the NEC in
which
Birmingham.
is where I was last month.
Oh, because you were at Anime Con. Oh
Hmm.
wow! So you'll be
Uh,
coming back. You're familiar with the
yeah,
area.
no, like staying in the exact same area, just at a different hotel.
Yeah.
I was really so very surprised because I had been locked into TF Nation already, and then Anime Con UK reached out and they said,
Yeah.
well, make sure I told my agent, make sure they know that I'm going to be in Birmingham 2 months later. And as long as that's okay with each of the conventions, and they both said yes. So I was
Nice.
absolutely thrilled, and I think part of that is because TF Nation is well established enough where the fandom is pretty narrow
Yeah.
within the Transformer universe, and I kind of made the promise that if somebody brought me like an Optimus Prime or something like that at Anime Con UK, I would sign it, but I wouldn't put out any Optimus
Optimus
pictures.
Print.
Yeah, I didn't want
Yeah.
to, I didn't want that overlap. I didn't want to insult two hosts that I was really so very appreciative of, and everybody's been absolutely great about it. And so I'll be coming back, sort of in my mind, even though it's a little bit early. I'm considering TF Nation 2025 to be the beginning of the 25th anniversary celebration of Robots in Disguise 2001.
Yay!
Hard to
And
believe, hard to believe.
I know, it's crazy. I was gonna say it's actually crazy how time fast time flies. Now, um, Evan Michael Lee, who was Jazz in Transformers One, and Scott McNeil, who is known for Beast Wars and a lot of the Armada
Right.
trilogy series. So they've got like different iterations. They always get different iterations each year, which is quite cool. Um,
I think the last time I saw Scott in person may have been like auto assembly,
I was just gonna say you did auto
you
assembly
know?
in 2005 and 2013.
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever done a TF Nation before, so this is technically your
No,
third
no,
time
no,
with the
no.
people
This
again. I mean, I was only one in
and,
2005. I was
and
I
I
was
think
I
and
was
I think
witty.
the last time I was in the same room with Scott McNeil was 2013 at
Wow,
that auto assembly. Yeah.
that's crazy because they sometimes would get the thing guessed because I think it was one of the years, definitely between 2010 and 2013. They had Greg Berger and David Kay at Auto Assembly,
Right.
and they had them both again last year. I think it was the 2011,
Right.
2011 that they did it
Yeah,
again.
but
So they
those
came back
those
post
two
Mercedes.
those two
Yeah,
gents do see each other a bit more often than Scott and I do. You know.
yeah, definitely, yeah, because they do the TF Con and stuff. Have you ever done one of the TF Con events in America?
Not in America. I had done one
Ooh.
in just outside of Toronto.
Yes, they
I
do one
want
in
to
Toronto.
say,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to say we did that maybe in two say well, whenever the last Fantastic Four movie came out, because my wife and I went to the
No
theaters and
idea.
saw it.
When was the
So
last Fantastic Four movie? I thought you were going to say when the last good Fantastic Four movie. I'd say 2015.
that sounds about rightish. That sounds about
Yeah,
rightish.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
it was the same summer that Straight Outta Compton came out. So for anybody who's looking at
yeah.
home and you don't want to look up Fantastic Four with Miles Teller or Michael B. Jordan, you can look up you can look up just out of or Straight Outta Compton, because we also saw that weekend as well. So
Now, I mean, technically, it is the 25th anniversary because the show did premiere in 2000. I know I
no,
called
it
it
premiered.
2001.
No, nope, nope, my dear. It because trust me, we premiered Saturday morning, September 8th, 2001, because
Oh, sorry,
three
I meant the Japanese version. The original
Right,
Japanese
which
version.
I didn't work on. So
No, no.
that was that was Car
Fair enough.
Robots. So Car Robots may be doing their 25th anniversary, but
It's
we're
your
still
year.
a
It's your
we're
year
still a
next
year
year.
away. Yeah, but like I said, I'm starting the celebration early with TF Nation.
I
So
can't remember what channel it aired on in the UK. It might have been Fox Kids,
it
maybe.
was well, it was Fox Kids here in the States.
Yeah, we had a
So if
Fox
you
Kids
had
as well.
yeah, so it was Fox Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Transformers car robots. Yes. Okay. Enough of my telephone. I'm gonna
On
put that down.
Fox Kids.
I never grew up watching Fox Kids. I think it shut down before. I'd say maybe in like the mid 2000s. I mean, I was born in
Yeah,
2004, so
but
I'm sort of.
but you're in Great Britain, so you at least got the advantage of getting it on DVD if you wanted, which was not released on DVD anywhere else but Great Britain.
Wow. I'm gonna try and see. I do have it on DVD. I do have a
Okay.
DVD up there. I do,
Okay.
yeah. It's one of the sorry, I'm getting a lot of hair in my face. I do apologize.
Eh,
It was one of the like sort of like the lone standalone DVDs, but I'm trying to figure out how much the box set would be because there's a secondhand store in the UK, as I said in the last
right,
part, CX.
right.
And they do sell the box set, Robots in
Okay.
Disguise box set. Here we go. Hang on. Pause for a brief moment. And season 2 is £15. Season 1 is £12. I
Okay.
mean, I don't know how many episodes there is in a season of the show, but
Well, I'm guessing if they split it into two seasons, because I want to say we did like
let's have a
22
look.
episodes.
Um,
That's the
I
number that's popping into my
let's
head,
have a
although I
look.
could be wrong.
39 is coming up, so I presume there was 20 maybe
Okay.
on each one. I think so. 20 on each disc. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'll be bringing that separate DVD to get signed definitely by you. Um,
Nice.
the main question is, are you looking forward to it?
Of course. Of course, of course, of course. Um, back when I first did it, um, a lot of the response that I got was lukewarm at best.
Well, that's
But as
good.
the but no, not really. You want it to be
Oh,
warm. You want it to be hotter.
whoops.
You want people to really enjoy it. So lukewarm at best means when people meet you, they go, "Oh, that's nice."
Oh, I thought
Um,
lukewarm. Oh,
so
sorry.
no, but over the years,
Mm-hmm.
Bots in Disguise has gained a little bit of notoriety. There's a greater deal of affection for it than there was before. I certainly think part of that has to do with the absolutely wonderful performance of the late great Peter Spellos
Oh,
as
Peter, yes. Oh my goodness.
he is certainly missed by Transformer fans everywhere. But what he brought to the role of Skybite really elevated the entire show. It was
Yeah.
really made it special, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I,
Beautiful.
I I think um, with time, people have been more receptive to my performance, even the variety of the performance, depending on which director was involved in that particular episode. And quite frankly, um, like when I came to Auto Assembly in 2013, the affection there was a lot higher. And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that the DVDs were available in Great Britain. So even though the show is no longer on TV, people were buying it, people were watching it, people were passing the discs down to another generation, etc. So it's always been a little bit better reception for me as Prime in the UK than here in the States. So I'm really
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
And of course, with the recent HasLab Omega Prime being released, you're gonna get a good few of them. You're gonna get a
I
good few
hope
people
so.
wanting you to sign
You know,
sign my books,
I,
sign my
I
figure.
I have a few in the other room that I still haven't opened yet.
Awesome.
Yeah, because I need to
Wow.
make sure I would need to make sure they're not broken
Yeah.
because there were a lot of problems with the chest cavity from what I hear. So
Oh dear.
I need to
Not
pull
good.
those out of the closet and open them up. I was hoping to save them until next year, but I think it's better to find out if they're broken before I make them available in the store.
Yeah.
And before, of course, I'm going to have one out on display. you
Yeah,
know.
of course. That's a good idea. I like that. I like that because when Greg Berg was there last year, he had a Robeson Grimlock on his table. But speaking of well, HasLab, what's your thoughts on RID 2001 having a recent resurgence, like with obviously with HasLab, with the new figures, with since Peter Spelos's passing, like Skybite has, his popularity. It's been just I'd say one of the best characters out of the series. I'd say,
Oh, no
and just
doubt.
like
Oh, no doubt. No
yeah,
doubt.
I
No
I
doubt.
was following Peter's story, and then when he passed away, his legacy that he left behind, TF Nation related, so big. He did a stand up thing in 2019. So many
Right.
people became his improv students. It was magical. I wasn't there, but reading all these stories online was just absolutely. I felt like crying. I would have been lovely to meet him. It would have been lovely to have him on my show. Unfortunately, I didn't get him because I think he already had cancer. But like when I started to like when I friended him and stuff, and I didn't really talk to him. We just said hi. Yeah. But just what's it like, what are your thoughts on it having a resurgence like all these years later, especially in the 2020s?
I mean, I love it. What's not to love? I mean, anytime an artist creates something and and there's delayed affection for it,
Mm-hmm.
shall we say,
Yeah.
delayed appreciation, um it's a totally different thing because the ego's been removed from it, the recency is gone, so it's like, um I really appreciate, I mean, I'm 24 years later, I'm meeting adults with their kids telling me that I was their first Optimus Prime, and
Oh, that's
that's
so
that's pretty
wholesome.
special, especially knowing the reverence globally for the character.
Yeah, but
I take it
yeah.
very seriously. Would I love the opportunity to walk in those metal boots again? Absolutely. But and I not a lot of people know this, but just before the pandemic, I was doing some part-time work.
Mm-hmm.
My day job, as it were, on occasion was to go up to Universal Studios Hollywood and duck into a little sound booth
Wow.
and actually be the voice of Optimus Prime when children came up and met the man in the metal suit.
Do you
So,
still do it or not?
well, no, I mean, I live in New
Oh,
York now, so
oh, do you? Oh, cool.
yes,
Awesome.
and it was funny because the way I wanted to play um Megatron whenever I played Megatron was I wanted to make him a little sillier, shall we
Yeah.
say, little
Yeah.
bit more of a comedic villain, because
Yeah.
otherwise, as an actor, I couldn't explain away why, if Megatron had broken out of stasis, if he had broken out of cyber prison, as it were,
Yeah.
why would he hang out on the back lot of Universal Studios? I
Next
would
to the
figure,
ride.
yeah, I would figure he would get out of there and commence to destroying the planet. So I made him a little sillier, where he just hated human beings that much that he just liked picking on them. He liked teasing them. And I would get notes back on my performance saying, could you make him more of a villain? Make him a little bit more threatening? And it's like, yeah, but I don't want to scare kids. And
No.
so they didn't exactly love what I was doing for Megatron, nearly as much as what I was doing for Prime. And of course, it was interesting because most everybody else who was doing the voice were fans. And so when a fan would come up and ask questions that were in different shows or different this, I would know some of it, but these guys knew everything. These guys
Yeah.
knew everything. It was kind of embarrassing because it was like, I had to say stuff like, I'm afraid that memory is contained on a chip that's been temporarily damaged. Please come back another time after I've had the opportunity to be repaired. You know, and kind of give
That's
them
so
that
funny.
one. And so it's like, well, you sound like Optimus Prime, but you just don't know anything about him.
Yeah,
Sorry,
hang on,
kid. I
you're
used to read it.
Optimus. You're not Optimus. You're not the real Optimus. You're Optimus.
Well, that would be a whole different thing altogether.
Yeah. Well, I did find out from Evan Michael Lee, who's also going to be at TF Nation, is actually one of the current
Uh-huh.
voices for Megatron and Optimus at Universal Studios Hollywood, and there's at least 9 other people currently doing the voice. So they
Oh,
alternate
right on.
different things. And actually, I'll be there a week today because I fly out to LA on Tuesday, and then I'll be at
Right, right,
Universal on
right, right.
Friday. So because I'm there for San Diego Comic Con, and then when I get back a week later, I'll be in Birmingham. What a downgrade!
There
No,
you
no,
go.
no,
There
no,
you go.
no. I actually
World
have a
traveling
really
Amber.
I have a really good question for you, but I'm going to save it for your panel.
I'll be the one to determine whether it's a really good question.
Well, I've already
Okay.
asked you it before, but I want to mention it in front of other people in case they
Okay.
know. Okay. I've got to ask you. Now, you said in the last part that you didn't meet Frank Welker or Peter, you've never met them, but obviously you've worked on the Revenge of the Fallen video game. I'm interested in hearing about what your experience was like recording for that game. I'm presuming it was solo, considering you didn't meet them, but there was a lot
Yeah,
of other
yeah,
people
yeah.
in there
No,
as
no. I
well.
mean,
Not
usually on
sure.
anime and
I'm not
video games,
sure.
you very, 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 very rarely work with anyone.
Yeah.
It's usually all together. I mean, at this point, it's been a long time since I worked on that, but certainly it was interesting being paid to say, I'll kill you, Optimus Prime. I mean, kind of turning on myself there.
So you've technically worked with Frank and Peter. I know you haven't met them, but still, you're in the same
Well,
project as
so,
them.
sure. I mean, for me with working with Peter, it's usually uh, playing roles that he has already played.
Was
So
he?
that
I
was one
don't
of
think he was Longhaul. No, it was Greg Berg
no,
who was
no, no,
Longhaul.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no. There was Optimus, there was Eeyore, and
yes,
there was
Venger from
and
Dungeons and
Venger.
Dragons. I did see. I
Yes.
did watch the first part. I make sure nothing's repeated.
Okay, so did you have you ever listened to the
I
finale of Dungeons and
didn't
Dragons?
know. Is it on
Mm,
YouTube? I want to have a look.
probably at this point,
Dungeons and
yeah.
Dragons finale. Let's have a look on YouTube. It might not be. I don't know. Is it called Requiem?
Okay, sounds good.
Is it? I don't know. It could
It sounds like a final episode name to
fan made.
me.
It said it was fan made. Does it
No, this was on
say?
the this was a
Oh
DVD
no, it
extra.
wasn't. Oh man. Someone's. Hmm. Someone's did this. I don't know. I
If
can't
not,
find it.
I'll see if I can find it and send you a link.
If not, if there's anyone in the comments, you can find it for me. Put it in there, and I will. Yeah, I will give you the pin of fame. You get the pin of fame or the
I
pin of
mean,
shame on my channel.
I'm pretty sure it's there because I remember watching it just like 2 or 3 years ago.
It probably is. I probably just need to sift out all the fan parodies first. I don't know. But now I'm just filtering stuff. Okay, so going on to Voltron Legendary Defender, I've got to ask you
Okay.
about this. Now because the voice director for this show,
Uh-huh.
absolute goddess herself, Andrea
Oh,
Romano.
hey, buddy.
Oh, is Buster there?
He's coming into the booth with me right now. So he's
Hey, Buster.
so if you hear him in the background,
Hey, Buster.
he's rubbing his face against my Sharingan rug.
Oh, Buster. My dog does the same
Yeah.
thing. He just rubs his face like all over the rug. It's so funny. It's so hilarious. What color is he?
He's blue.
He's blue. Wow.
Well, yeah, it's
Not
what you call
not blue
it's
blue,
what you
but you
call
know.
it. Right. They're gray, but you don't call them a
Yeah,
gray. You call them a blue.
Bluey.
So
You've
yeah.
heard of Bluey, right? The kids show.
He watches them sometimes.
Does he? Oh my
Although
goodness.
we usually put on musicals. He tends to like musicals even more.
Really? My
Yeah.
dog likes sports. Like with my dad, when my dad's watching like the football. I don't know
Nope.
what.
He doesn't. Nope. Nope. He likes he
He just
has watched
looks. He's just
he
watching
has
TV. I
watched
that memes. Yeah.
the Indiana Jones movies. He seems to like
Oh.
those, but
Okay.
no, because we put him in his crate at night so that he feels nice and comfy, especially because we have a lot of thunderstorms around here at night sometimes.
Aw.
No, it helps keep him, calm. But
Yeah.
so I kind of peek in and see what he's doing. And musicals, he's like facing the screen and he's watching. He loves Wicked.
Oh, does he? Oh, bless him.
Yes.
That's so sweet. That is
Yeah.
really sweet. Bless him. Oh. So as I was saying before, the absolute goddess Andrea Romano has signed my headset, and of course she was the voice director for Voltron. Oh, Voltron. Sorry, microphone. Voltron Legendary Defender.
She
What was it
was
like working with
also
her?
she was also the voice director on StarCraft 2.
Oh, was she? Oh,
So I worked with
awesome.
her. I worked with her on two projects where she didn't have a choice. I was already cast when they hired her. So
Was what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Did you do any group records?
yes, yeah.
Hooray. I'm
Most of
looking at the credits. Wow,
most everything on Voltron was a group record.
that's a lot of credits. Oh, so you've obviously worked with. Hold on, let me have a look. Voltron Legendary Defender. Let's have a look. Josh Keaton I've had on my show. Kimberly, I don't know, unfortunately. Who else is there? Yeah, you're there. Cree Summer, I don't know. AJ Lacasse.
Well,
What
hold on a second.
I know who
Hold on. Not knowing Cree Summer is a huge void in your voiceover knowledge, young lady. You need
well,
to
I
fix
mean,
that.
I know her. I know everything about her, but I don't know her like as a friend.
Okay.
I know,
Okay.
of course, who she is, everything she's done.
Okay. I came across. It's like, whoa, hold on a second. How do you
I'm
not
not
know who
that
Cree Summer
clueless.
is?
Don't worry, I'm not that clueless. AJ Lacassio, he's a dear friend of mine. We have the same voiceover agency now. Because I quote unquote signed with CESD last year after San Diego Comic Con.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh, good for you.
thank you. So everything's sort of yeah, everything's coming up, Amber. But yeah, I'm glad that you did a lot of group sessions with Andrea because she's one of these sort of few voice directors who does group sessions, and I'm happy you got to do them. Which actually brings me to my next question: what is your favorite memory from a group session that you've done?
Hmm.
My hair's blown all over the place.
Hmm. I mean, I also did group sessions when I worked on Bunnicula, and one of my favorite memories there was that there was that Jim Cummings and I played brothers.
Oh wow!
So
Okay.
that was a lot of fun.
Oh,
We played a
Christy Reed.
pair
Yeah.
we played a pair of uh, sort of Cajun
Jumbo and Grumbo, Jumbo
brunch.
Gumbo Grunt. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Christy
So
Reedy
they
voice
were.
directed that.
Hmm.
Lovely woman. Yeah, a lot of people of
Yes.
these people I've met. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, really cool. Yeah, awesome.
That was good memory. Certainly working with Stephen Yun and Cree and Josh and Bex on Voltron was pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of on camera actors who rolled through doing guest spots that were a lot of fun to meet and work with as well. Um, but certainly the feud was a highlight for me. You know,
Ooh. As in, like the
it was an
villains and the.
episode. It was an episode of Voltron called The
Oh
Feud.
right. Oh
So
right. Okay. Sorry.
my evil character got to be a fanboy for a minute, and
Ooh.
that was certainly fun to do.
I don't think I ever asked you this question before, and I do apologize if I did in the first part. But when you were voicing Zarkon, did you happen to take in the I can't remember. Yeah, well, he it was King Zarkon in the original. It was Jack Angel. Did you
Yes.
sort of take in his portrayal of the character, or?
No, as a matter of fact, they were very specific in telling me that if I had never watched the previous show before, they did not want me to watch it.
Oh,
They
okay.
didn't want me to be influenced at all by
Mm-hmm.
Jack's performance, and Jack was a friend of mine.
Was
Uh,
he? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
as a matter of fact, this is kind of the first time that I'll be putting this on an interview, I think.
Ooh.
While we were recording, Jack sent out a petition um, to send to the producers to hopefully help him get Zarkon back.
Oh.
And of course, I wasn't about to A, sign the petition, or B, write him back and say, sorry, Jack, I can't sign any petition that would end up in me being out of work. It's mine now. Uh, um,
He's the
so I
king,
just,
you're the emperor.
that's for damn sure. But it was, it was definitely bittersweet because I had a ton of respect for Jack, and if it would have been anything else other than my vacating a role, I would have signed it. I would have done it, but I wasn't about to give up something I auditioned for and felt fortunate to have been cast at.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Of course, that's totally understandable. Yeah. What has been your most favorite memory from a convention, a Comic Con that you've attended as a guest, whether you've done a panel?
Favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, I've met so many wonderful fans who have brought me just amazing art that they've created. Those are always um, good memories. The recently my favorite sports team had a night where they were celebrating anime, and the show they chose to celebrate was Naruto
Naruto.
Shippuden. So I was pretty jazzed about that, and
Yeah, I think Miley was there. I think you shared a video or
yes,
something.
yes, Miley was there, but
Miley
I
Flanagan, for
want
those who don't know,
I,
the voice of
I,
Naruto.
I wanted to force myself in there because I am a huge fan. And so I put up a video on TikTok and got contacted by some people I wasn't necessarily expecting to hear from, including the son of the general manager who helped us
Ooh.
win some titles, the son of a favorite player when I was younger. So those were both kind of interesting, you know. And another team reached out to me and asked me if I'd like to do something with them. So we have something tentatively booked for 2026. So that'll be
Wow,
fun.
that's exciting.
Um, some of the celebrities that I've been fortunate enough to meet because I'm booked at the same convention, but I sit there going, how they consider both you and me celebrities, I don't know, but I'm going to take advantage of it. Because as I say quite often, I am nerd like you. I'm an unabashed fan of so many things, so many artists, so many musicians, so many actors, and it's given me the chance to meet a couple of them, including the U.S. Women's WWE champion Zelina Vega, who
Yeah.
I would have to say we are both fans of each other. So I was
Ooh.
I was lucky enough to I recorded something for her, and she actually used it as her ring entrance for a big event.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun,
That's
you
awesome.
know. Because I just think of it as helping a friend, and then all of a sudden it's
Yeah.
on TV around the world, and it's like, oh, I didn't even think of that.
That's so cool. I absolutely love that. I love
Thank
that.
you.
Real quick,
Yes.
I had a question, but it's gone out my head, so I'm gonna ask another
Uh-oh.
question first.
Okay.
What's your favorite color?
I like green. I like teal. I like purple. I like, I'm a San Francisco Giants fan, so I do have a lot of things that are orange.
Hmm.
For the few years after they won the championship, I actually spent every day for 3 years wearing something that was orange
Wow, that's cool. Nice.
because I'm
Mine's
that
yellow.
big of a nerd.
Me too. Give me your friends.
Of course, that's why we're pals, Amber.
Yay!
That's why we're
Woo!
pals.
Yay! Oh, that's made mine like that. Oh my goodness. What do you do? I remember the question now. There we go. What do you do in your spare time? What do you do in your spare time?
Mostly spend it with
That is an awful
Mr.
forehead. I am
Mr.
so sorry.
No, I mostly spend my free time with Mr. Buster.
Yay.
Um, you know, he's 10. So and we had an incident during the height of the pandemic where our building management basically said either he's out or you're all out. So he
Oh,
spent a couple of years in boarding where I would have to go and drive to see him. So
oh,
that's the greatest thing about the three of us getting a house in New York is now we're back to all living together again. And so I take that very seriously. My wife and I were never able to have children, so this is our family. The three of us are our family, and he means a
oh.
lot to me. So I take the last flight that I can to conventions, and I take the first flight out that I can from conventions so that I can spend as much time with him as possible. Obviously, we hope we have another 7 or 8 years together, but maybe not. And
How old is
so
he?
he's going to be 10. He's going to be 10
Whoa, my
in
Benji's
about a, in
11.
about in about a week or so.
It's crazy how fast
So
time flies. Seriously.
yes,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to beloved pets.
Yeah, definitely. I know
Um,
how it feels. Yeah, for real.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I just try to spend as much time with him. We live in a wonderful part of New York State where there's a lot of for us to explore. So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty neat.
That's cool.
I am a huge baseball fan.
Ooh.
Um, and I am, well, Amber, I might be an experienced actor, but from a technical standpoint, my technical knowledge about voiceover and recording leaves a lot to be desired. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
learn and update my knowledge base and grow in that respect. I'm also recording a bunch of material in the hopes that I'll be opening my Patreon page by the end of this year.
Nice.
Yeah, so basically I'm going to record or I'm in the process of recording a lot of classic novels so that
Nice.
people can for a very low price per month, they'll have a nice little audio library to access, and I'll keep building that and building that and building that as long as I can.
Nice, awesome. Is actually is an interesting question, but yeah. If there's
Okay.
any character in fiction you'd want to voice, who would you pick? Is there any character you could like any character in the world you could voice? Who would you pick and why?
I don't know.
Okay, next question. Okay,
I,
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
go on.
No, no. I mean, it's like I'm so open,
Mhm.
that it's like, would I like to voice Captain Nemo? Sure. Would I like to voice Sinbad? Sure. Would I like to voice? And it's like, anything that's kind of thrown out to me. And here's the thing, Amber. There have
Mhm.
been so many great characters that have had bad scripts written for them.
Yeah.
Conversely, that have also been mediocre characters that have great scripts written for them. That why
Yeah.
limit it to the character? It's like people ask me frequently, what's your dream role? And I've come to the point where I say my dream role is something I don't know because
Ooh.
my dream role is not to play something that people already know, but to be that guy who gets the opportunity in 1986 to voice a character for the Tracy Ullman show on these little shorts, and the
Wow.
character's name is Homer Simpson. Well, when Dan Castellaneta got that opportunity, the Simpsons didn't exist.
No.
So that's
No.
just the thing is my dream is to voice something that's new and
Yeah.
that has a nice long run,
Same as
that
me.
people fall in love with, I mean
Yeah.
it's no disrespect to Bill Farmer whatsoever. I adore Bill Farmer. He was my first
Me
mentor.
too.
He was my
He's
first
he's
mentor in
yeah.
voiceover in LA. But would I rather be famous for being Goofy or would I rather be famous for being SpongeBob? You know? And to me, for what I value is I'd rather go the Tom Kenny route and be the first and only voice of a character for
Yeah,
years and decades rather
yeah,
than stepping into. So if you gave me the choice between playing Optimus Prime in the next couple of movies or playing something which is yet to be written, but will also do a couple of movies, I would opt probably for the second one,
yeah.
you
That's
know?
totally understandable. Yeah, no, that's a
Yeah.
really good answer.
So
I love that answer very
you
much.
know it's but that's not to say that I would, as I've said many times over the past 2.5 decades, if somebody if Paramount, if Hasbro, if somebody were to call up and offer me the role of Optimus Prime, the phone wouldn't have to ring twice. Okay, it'd ring once,
No.
I'd pick it up, they'd offer it to me, it's a yes.
Oh
um
yeah.
I'm not particular. I just want to work. I love what I do. I was working on something yesterday and enjoyed the opportunity to come up with, the souls of and voices of three characters that I'd never met before that they just described to me, and I went, I think I know what I want to do. Oh,
Yeah.
there goes Mr. B.
See you, Buster. Yeah. That's so funny. I love that. Oh man. You're gonna have to show me some pictures of him when we meet. I swear. I love dogs. Any dog photos I absolutely love.
Well, you know
Um,
what? I will send you a couple in Messenger, and then if you want to post them during the video, you
yeah,
certainly can.
of course, of course. Yeah, of course. Oh, that'd be so lovely. Awesome. Well, my final topic I'd like to talk about is, of
Yeah.
course, none other than Digimon. Now, ever
Okay.
since we first spoke, you've done a bit more for Digimon, haven't you? There's been another Digimon movie, maybe one or two more
Yeah.
games. So, Hawkmon's been busy, 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 has he then?
Well, not terribly recently, but there was a little something a couple of years ago, and I was quite happy to flap my wings once again, as it were.
I swear that we have like one of those, like it's like a rubber ball and it's like thick rubber but it's smaller. We had one of them and it was
Right,
Digimon themed and I
right,
can't
right, right,
find it.
right,
I really wish I could find it. It would have been my older brother's because he loved Digimon, he loved Pokemon, he loved both of them growing up, he loved
right,
Cartoon
right,
Network,
right, right,
so to talk about these with him I can really talk Digimon and he will know what I'm talking about. I'm like, finally it
right.
makes sense to someone. But yeah, I'm so glad. But yeah, real quick, going back to Birmingham. I'm
Hmm.
sorry. TF Nation has got to be. I've got to gush. It's one of my favorite conventions. It's so nice to sort of go down there, and I think I've just become obsessed with the hotel and like the Marston, the sort of like Marston Green sort of
Right.
area that it's in. Just like it's just because I guess it
I
holds
was
that sort of
Look,
magical.
I was almost tempted to try the little Bear Grylls little adventure
Yes,
area and
I always see
whatever.
adverts for that.
But
Yeah.
well, I saw it, but it didn't look like it was open because I wasn't seeing anybody around. But I kept kind of looking at it going, you could really hurt yourself as a man who's almost 60,
I was gonna say you and
Um,
me would have to chat. We'd have to do a video on it and stuff. Well, I went climbing with my nephew, right? And I'm climbing up all these, and I'm like, look, I've seen Charlie have the lift weights. It can't be that hard. I came off that climbing frame an hour later. My whole body was aching. I felt like I'd been hit by a bus 20 times. It was awful. My arms ached for days. It was absolutely.
right, right,
It
right,
was
right.
fun, but it was tiring and very painful. So I literally felt like I could just collapse and like I would just be happy. So I don't know. Maybe I mean you got me tempted. You got me tempted. I'm gonna look up the Bear Grylls experience at Birmingham. And is it good? It is not just scaffolding. No, I'm kidding.
Well, yeah, it's part of it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
some of the
yeah.
stuff you got to climb
We'd
through.
have
You
to
bet.
do a YouTube video. We'll have to see if it's open. I
Uh,
mean, it's the summer. Let's just say, anyways. But yeah, honestly, like, it's just that sort of area and resorts world and stuff. I don't know why. I think it's because I just associate it with really happy memories. So even though
okay,
like
good.
I just go down there and I see all these people, like even in the lobby, just hanging out with people, or even like
Right, right,
because
right.
I have been to TF Nation twice now. This will be my third time going. I've been to TF Con in Los Angeles twice. TF
Right.
Con is very busy. There's a massive D the hall. There's at least 20, maybe more,
Well,
voice actor guests and things.
I will be at TF Con in LA for the first time in 2026.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna see you then. Because I always go. I go every March. This will be my third time going. And I think Frank Welcome Peter Cullen might be there as well. I think. Don't tell him word for it. I'm
We'll
not just
see.
exhausted.
We'll see.
Oh, stop. You're gonna make me blush.
It,
I am
it
so
it's
happy. This is all working out.
certainly would be interesting to meet him after 25 years. Hopefully.
Yes, of course. They need to. Yeah, I think if they are doing Robots in Disguise reunion, I would love to see Wally Wingert, Bob Joles, Lex Lang, Michael McConaughey again. Who else is there? Um, Felice would have been a good guest, I think.
Of course.
Felice Sampler, yeah, definitely. Now you're gonna make me look up the cast of Robots in Disguise. Now I've got to refresh myself.
Jerry
Robots in.
DeCapua. I haven't seen Jerry in almost 25 years, so.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Daniel Riordan would be a
Dan
good one.
Reardon,
Dan
yep,
Riordan.
saw him a couple of
Darren
years ago.
Norris, they had him back in March. And I think was Steve Bloom in it? Kirk Thornton was
Yes.
in it.
Yep, Steve Bloom was in it.
Let's have a look. Uh, uh, why is Peter Cullen credited? Peter Cullen is credited for Optimus Prime, and so are you for that show.
He
Okay then.
was not.
Okay then. Who else is there? Sandy Fox, Steve Grammer.
Sandy should be there, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be lovely to meet
Can't
him.
do it without Ty. Come on.
No, definitely not. I really want to do it. I really want to do a Thai cosplay for this TF Nation, but it'll probably have
Oh
to wait
wow.
until next year. I really should have done that, but it's too late. It's like not even 2 weeks. I need at least 3 months to plan a cosplay. Just like yeah, Steve Bloom was in it. Yeah, I think he'd be good. Anyways, but yeah, oh, I'm so happy you've said that now because that gives me a reason to go in March. I mean, I was going anyway, but they had not announced
Oh,
anything.
okay.
They hadn't announced anything. They've not announced anything. They've not announced a date, a venue, which makes me think they're moving to a bigger space because it was so cramped. Because
Right.
last few years they've had Frank Welcome, Peter Cullen there. They always oversell on tickets, so their lines are really long. I waited 2 hours to meet them both. And I barely got time to explore the dealer hall, and there was panels, and the panel thing's in another blooming building. So like it's hard to describe, but like let's just say this paint pen here. Let's say drink in this little thing here, in this little circle, is the panel room.
No, my wife texted me because I'm
Oh,
missing
it's
dinner
okay.
right now. So
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. All right. Okay. I promise I'll let you go in 5 minutes. Sorry.
no, it's okay. I'm just letting her know what's going on. And so I apologize to everybody watching
Oh
for not
no.
paying attention.
No, it's fine. I do it all the time. Don't worry. You've probably seen me look at my phone a few times. I do apologize.
Yeah, but that's just part of the interview. This is just me, like, look,
No, that's me
I
because I was
like
responding to an email
I,
from Andrea Romano.
I like you, Amber. Don't get me wrong, but the wife is, a little more important.
I was dealing with an email from Andrea Romano, so that isn't not part of the interview. Let's just say, so here's like the big the exhibition hall. You walk out here, you have to walk through a hotel building, then you walk out again, and then you're in the main foyer, and there's the panel room down there. Whereas at TF Nation, the big dealer halls here, it's not too big, and of course there's only like 3 or 4 voice actor guests each year, so it's easy to
Right.
get around. But then you come out here and you walk a little bit down here, and then you turn into this room, come down a little bit, and there's the massive panel hall just right there. Not even a minute's walk. So
Right. Good.
yes. So it's and then you've got like the bar and stuff, and then the swimming pool. I mean, you have to pay for the swimming pool, but who cares? And then just I think it's a smaller venue, and also I find it more fan based than actually going there for meeting guests and stuff. It's more toy based. Everyone always plays with their toys in the bar, like everything
Good.
they've got. I really want to do that. I just want to take my figures and stuff and maybe sit in the bar. I usually sit down with a guest and I'm like, look at me, I'm fighting and stuff. I wish you should definitely like get one of the Haslam and Mega Primes, come to the bar, have a drink, and then we'll have a fight off with our figures. That'd be quite fun. Anyways, I'm getting too carried away. I apologize. I'm just too excited.
Good,
I'm not sure
good,
if you
good,
could
good.
tell or not. Um,
I appreciate the enthusiasm, Amber. I
you're
appreciate it.
welcome. Can't wait to tell Billy about this. I've not been able to reach Scott, unfortunately, for my show, Scott McNeil. But I'm gonna try and get him at TF Nation. And the
Right,
best
right,
way
right.
is to get him in person, so he's direct, because he gets sort
There
of
you
like
go.
off task, if that makes sense. He's hard to reach. Okay. So, with that being said, I would like to thank you all at home for watching this episode of In Conversation with ATF with the lovely Neil Kaplan. Now, Neil, do you have anything you would like to promote? Any social medias, any projects?
I'm not allowed to talk
Hawkmon.
about any projects
Or any
at
projects that have been
all.
announced that are not already? Oh,
I
okay.
probably even got myself in trouble mentioning TF Con.
Lex
Um,
Lang did it a few years ago and he was let off the hook. He wasn't, nothing happened. Or if you want, I
sure.
can call it out if you want.
Nope, nope, nope. Look, I don't think they're going to decide not to have me there for the 25th anniversary of Robots in Disguise, especially since I've never done it in the past. So I think I'm safe-ish.
I could see Superman
Um,
going, definitely. Darren Norris
but
again. Yay.
I'm not talking about anybody else. I don't know anything about anybody else.
Let's save the 25th anniversary celebrations
That's
for TF Nation in a few weeks' time.
that's none of my business. But you can follow me at on TikTok, Kneecap TikTok,
Yeah.
NEKAPTIKTOK.
Mm-hmm.
You can get personalized videos from me on cameo.com, which
Mm-hmm.
is cameo.com/kneecap. You can follow me on Instagram, which is kneecap pics. In case you can't tell, there is a theme. I'm on Blue Sky. Just look for Kneecap, NEKAP. And of course, my fan page on Facebook, which is Neil Kaplan fan page. And when the Patreon opens up, I'll make that announcement on all the social medias. So
Mm-hmm. Now I've got it stuck in my head because my cat ears. Thank you for visiting meow.com. I'm surprised I forgot to put it.
which of course was me on in the
Yes,
movie.
yes,
Yeah, it was
yes. Good to
a little
remember.
bit more like this though. Thank you for visiting meow.com.
Ah, so you can do it better than I can. Yeah, because you're the professional.
That's the reason they put me in the movie. What can I tell you?
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. But if you at home are in the UK and you want to meet Neil Kaplan in about just less than a month's time, I'd recommend going to tfnation.com for all tickets. And you can get tickets there. Tickets still available. TF Nation is held at the Hilton Birmingham Metropole from the 8th of August until the 10th of August. So it's over a weekend and it's 3 days. Neil will be having a panel, he'll be signing autographs, he'll be taking photos. And I'd like to say this was not a paid advertisement for TF Nation. I just like the event so much. With that being said, thank you for watching this episode of In Conversation with ATF. I hope you had as much fun watching it and listening along as I did recording it. I hope you all have a great night, day, whatever you're doing. Keep smiling, stay beautiful, and we'll see you very soon. Bye bye,
Safe
and
travels, Amber.
thank you, and Corolla.